happened to the 5-car driver out of Iowa.
That is so fortunate. I don't see how you spin right there and don't hit something either inside or outside wall. So he fought it all the way to the end. Just looked like got up too high in the groove. Probably, Larry, loose on entry, just chased it up there and it finally came around.
Yeah, it looked like the right side tires were already outside that.
Come on. Oh, you already know that's been taken care of.
Trouble on the track.
Bailey.
Clear out the back.
That's the 8 of Bailey Curry, looking to make his Xfinity debut here tomorrow. 21 out of Driftwood, Texas.
Turns 1 and 2, these guys are right on the edge, and you could see just way outside the groove, and highly fortunate, and a great job keeping that thing out of the wall.
Here it's like I got this saved, and then he eventually gets it sideways, but as you said, kept it off the wall.
Way to keep it on the wall there, bud. Yeah, man, I see what y'all talking about the gray. Holy cow.
Ouch. Did you see that safer barrier?
Turn 4, Ricky Stenhouse.
When I look at that, I mean, the right front tire looks like it's still up. He had just ran as fast.
Seems like the apex of the corner is so far around there, and it's so important to get that arc. Oh, look.
Trouble early. That's the 40 of Chad Fincham.
Doesn't look like any damage to Fincham's car.
Did a good job keeping it out of the wall.
Loop.
Yeah, he was way up out of the groove already. You could see he was probably chasing it early into the corner and finally got out from underneath them. But what a great job keeping it out of the wall. Saved their day for he and his team.
Couple of cars up there. You wonder if maybe is that the 55 of Stephen Light there that was up there with him? Maybe they
Stephen Light
made a little contact on entry, possibly.
Good news for a handful of drivers. He's driving the 3 this weekend.
Just an extremely fast. Oh,
and there goes Jamie McMurray for a ride through the infield grass. Second caution of the day, and we're not even 10 laps in. He was 7th when it got away from him.
Cars are stuck really good until they're not. And you can see Jamie just gets loose, gets a little bit of contact that outside wall. And Clint, all day yesterday long in practice, we saw that car nervous looking through the corners. He just doesn't have a good grip on the track.
It's just an extremely fast racetrack and very aero dependent. When he was behind him, it seemed like he got crossed up in the wake of that car in front of him, and away it went. Took the air off him just enough, and he lost it.
That's a nice effort, though, to save that thing. I mean, I don't have a state of comparison because I've never driven one of these race cars, but it sure looks impressive.
Yeah, he did a good job. and we did it. I'm glad that the grass is short enough.
To find a rhythm. Blaney, Brandon Jones, Ryan Reed, Ryan Truex, Reddick, the top 5.
Watch what happens to him here getting into 3.
Third caution of the day, this time for the 01 of Vinnie Miller.
The 16 has his hands full. He was glad that this caution came out. He's been wheeling that thing, pushed out to the outside, and was holding on to it out there. It's a lot better to be up here right now.
We're averaging a caution every 5 laps. The most recent victim of Texas Motor Speedway, Vinnie Miller.
And you can see how fast the speeds are here. I mean, you back it in here, and it ruins your day for sure.
For driver 23, Spencer Gallagher.
Whoa.
Just got pulled around there.
And, you know, I think that is a perfect example of, you said earlier, you're gripped, you have grip until you don't. That car was stuck, he was hauling.
No, we're fighting an ill-handling race car. Back after a break on Fox.
Forcing him into a mistake a little bit. It looks like Jones's might be a little bit.
Caution number 6, second time we've seen it for the 40 of Chad Fincham. Last time, he was able to keep it off the wall. Not so fortunate this time. Destroyed at number 40.
He ripped his up front. Now he's buried back in traffic. Is it a drastic difference the way it'll handle?
Oh, absolutely. Whoa, that's
one in the wall. That's Brandon Jones. One stage 2, lost the track position after pitting.
Talk about chaos. That's just par for the course. Win your stage, and the next thing you know, you're wrecked. Unfortunate.
Saw Ryan Sieg sliding as Gralla with some big damage. It looks like Jones just gets loose.
Just chasing it. Really, really loose. It's amazing, that wall. Did you see that thing move? Every time I see a wreck anymore as a race car driver, sure appreciate whoever built and designed that thing.
It makes me want to hug them. I mean, I know how hard that concrete is, and that technology. Look at the job Sieg does. He just,
yeah, he did.
He said, I got to lock her down and go the other way, and what a great move. It's like trouble for Kaz Gralla. Is that Alex Labay as well?
Alex Labay went through the grass, yeah, ripped up his left front.
Track, and it will help today. The bottom groove they did not touch.
Oh, trouble. Turn 4 here, guys.
Alex Bowman comes around.
Paul Menard gets him. And quickly, we are under caution.
About half the field down pit road to avoid that.
I think the 19 car of Suarez got a lot of damage to his car. A couple other cars. You see the 21 with quite a bit of damage. Paul Menard.
During these early laps, it's a pretty cold day to start the race, low air pressures. You see Alex Bowman clipped the apron just a little bit. Maybe the air off the 6 car loosened him up also. Around he came, and Austin Dillon unfortunately nowhere to go. Or Paul Menard.
Or the 19 of Suarez, and too bad for those guys, because 3 laps in the race and you're in trouble.
Check up, check up, check up, check up. Go high, go high, go high. Stay down. You got one coming.
That was Paul Menard. Let's
Guys, smashed in right rear.
ride with Austin Dillon.
Pretty good job here by Dillon, Mike. He doesn't panic.
Outside on
He
your
sees
door.
what he's faced with. He made a little contact, but light,
I got shoved into him.
which is nice.
Kurt Busch has fallen to 4th. Joey Logano, you see there, 5th. But
Oh, that's 78 of Mark Truex Jr. in the wall.
front straightaway, and that will bring the caution at lap 81.
Heavy hit.
Oh boy. Took a right front.
Definitely looks like a right front tire.
That car is killed.
Oh, it's dead.
Defending series champ.
This is coming off of turn 4. Oh, that, yeah, right at the exit of turn 4. It looks very similar to what we saw with Ricky Stenhouse Jr. practice, but wouldn't you say, DW, that's a right front tire?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, they definitely cut a tire down and hit it straight to the fence. He was wide open when that thing let go.
That will break a string of 10 straight top.
And crew chief for a brand new team in the 48 car. With Jimmy Johnson, they won 3 races in his rookie season, and that's Duracell Driving Trust.
Boy, this is exactly how this race ended the last time we were in Texas for the 42 of Kyle Larson in the wall.
That is, oh my gosh, it just takes your breath right out of you.
And you can see the cords and the tread just come apart, and that's what goes up through the hood.
Bam.
Wow, look at the angle.
I'll talk to us, bud. Yeah, that was lovely. All right, jump forward. Just take your time here. Take your time. What a hit that was.
Zarks it in there with the lead. Here comes Chase Elliott.
Oh, Kyle Busch is loose.
No. Kyle Busch was sideways.
And, he cut his teammate a little bit of a break, checked up early getting into turn 1 and allow Eric Jones to the bottom. But then you saw Chase Elliott on the outside of the 18 and the 41 right there.
Trouble! One car around and one in the wall.
Hamlin's in
11 and the 10.
and
Hamlin,
48.
Keselowski involved, and Almirola, and Jimmy Johnson. Good grief.
That was crazy. 38's torn up, 10's torn up.
There's Almirola.
Now they're 3 wide. Oh, he checks up a lot. Oh, that gets 11 loose underneath the 10 and Almirola.
Oh boy, the 2 got a ton of damage. So did 48. Wow, the 48 plowed in that inside wall. There's a 6. That took out a bunch of cars, guys. Like the 11 got a little bit loose, maybe under the 10. Couldn't.
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting Almirola to check up as much as he did.
I think Almirola knew the 18 was on the outside. He let him just kind of go in there on the outside. I'm not sure if that affected him or not.
Bracket here. Keep staying slow. Stay slow. Keep coming straight.
Tell you guys, Jimmy Johnson pounded that inside wall.
But he has put the window net down. That's the signal to the safety crews that he's okay. So it's Denny Hamlin that goes sideways in front of half the field.
This is why it's so important to have a wall that's softer on the inside as well as the outside.
Darian Grove.
I like Darian Grove. I think he's good.
Caution, 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 21.
Paul Menard being called for the caution. And Kevin Harvick, who did not pit, will benefit from this one. Back at lap 2, they worked and worked on it. Here's what happened.
Now that's what happens when the tire goes down on the straightaway.
All clear there. All clear to go.
Anything. Oh, we got
Trouble turn 4.
around.
And it's Casey Kane and Trevor Bayne who were racing for the free pass.
I don't believe either one of them hit anything. I don't know if they got damaged from going through the grass, but they didn't hit anything.
And that's that razor's edge I was talking about.
14th, and they are still the only 2 cars 1 lap down.
See what happens here. Bayne's right down on the door of the 95.
Yeah, he gets loose pretty early.
Just couldn't hang.
I mean, he did a great job. I think he would have saved it, but then made contact with the 6 car, and that brought both of them around.
Now we'll wait from the ruling from NASCAR, because with those 2 being the only cars on the lead lap, 1 lap down, whether either of them would receive a free pass. Yeah. Usually the car that brings out the caution is not eligible.
Yeah, which one
do you think it ought to be?
I'm not making that call.
You know, guys, normally with this fresh of a surface, no more laps than we've run, I would tend to believe they may stay out.
Hope that the caution comes out.
Yeah, and the 2 cars you got to beat. You're not going to beat them, the 18 and the 4. But look at all the other cars you could finish ahead of.
Big hit by the 31. Ryan Newman blows a right front tire right here on the front straightaway. Big hit.
Wow.
Jamie?
2 seconds, and I'm not kidding, 2 seconds. Ryan Newman had just come on the radio and said, I need 4 tires and I need them now, and he went straight in the wall.
And hoping for a caution and hoping it's not you.
Oh, that's the inside of that right front, it looked to me like. And what you feel a chunk of the tire or the cords or something snap. That's why he knew it. He felt some sort of vibration. Something changed instantly in the feel in that steering wheel. Boy, that's a heavy impact.
And Mike and Jeff, it's funny how it's going, everything's good, it feels fine, and then all of a sudden, bam, it's gone.
Well, it's hard.